Good afternoon and welcome to our Midday Mull on today, Friday the 19th of June. Reading through the Old Testament, Deuteronomy, and there's some passages which are don't fit well in the 21st century. And it's too easy to just write them off and say, oh, we'll ignore that. This reflects a judgmental, genocidal God. We'll just stick with the loving Jesus. There's a whole complex thing around that. Jesus isn't quite so loving. Read some of the New Testament and some of the things Jesus says. You might change your mind. But if we just are inclined to write the Old Testament off, we miss out on some gems as well. Things such as reading from Deuteronomy 24. If a man is recently married, he must not be sent to war or have any other duty laid on him. For 1 year he is to be free to stay at home and bring happiness to the wife he has married. And you say, what a great view of marriage and family life and holding couples together. Likewise, it continues a couple of verses later. Do not take advantage of a hired man who is poor and needy, whether he is a brother Israelite or an alien living in one of your towns. Pay him his wages each day before sunset, because he is poor and counting on it. Otherwise he may cry out to the Lord against you, and you will be guilty of sin. You have this idea that the rich and the powerful can so easily take advantage of the poor. And the Bible, the Old Testament says, no, don't do that. Look after them. Likewise, a little later in the same chapter, verse 21, when you harvest the grapes of your vineyard, do not go over the vines again. Leave what remains for the alien, the fatherless, and the widow. And it would be easy to say, well, I don't have vines, ignore that. But we really need to be reading what the principles are. And we've got this rich tapestry of some complicated things around marriage and divorce and our sexuality. But there's also a lot of rich things about caring for the poor and ordering society aright. And so I encourage you as you read the scriptures to read the difficult passages, mull them over, and ask God to let them speak into the contemporary world. We don't necessarily apply them specifically in detail, but we do need to let them shape our thinking and our attitudes so that we will be shaped to be more godly, and our wills and our attitudes and our lives will be more aligned with His. So as you walk day by day with Him, I pray that you'll discover more and more of Him in His Word. Be blessed.